Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope that you're all having a good week so far. Thanks for coming in tonight and spending some time with us. Just making sure we're live all of the places and we're good to go. Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Another night here at Just Jill. I'm so glad to have you here and excited. I've got all kinds of things here. Hi, Shelly. Excited to talk to you about some special offers that we have tonight. We have some really cute new ornaments and kind of what I would call sit-abouts. So we'll talk about those a little bit. When you jump in, if you're joining us, please, say hi in the comments. Unfortunately, we can't always see comments from Instagram, so sorry to my IG people, but if you, or the grammars, I guess they're called. I don't really know who calls people that, but if you are joining us from Instagram, I apologize that I can't see your comments, but I can see your comments from YouTube and from Facebook. So hi. Hi, Pam and Mary and Gwen and Karen and Sandy. Thanks for being here. Kylie is monitoring the chat. So definitely, if you have any questions about anything that we're going to talk about tonight, any questions about the special sale we're going to do for you tonight. So happy that you're here. And then, just some of the special offers that we have for Christmas in July. If you have any questions around that, please put those in your comments and Kylie will get back to you. Hi, everybody. So nice to see so many familiar names and new people too. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jan. Hey, David. Hi, Brenda and Arlene and another Sandy. Hi, Janice. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you all. Hi, Nellie. Hi, Beth. Hi, everybody. So, I always like to start these a little bit with, what's been going on. First of all, I have to see, did you notice I got new glasses? Kylie and I have decided we really, really like them. They're actually the same size as my other glasses. But they're more of those sort of like translucent frames. They're not as like a dark of a tortoise. And so just something fun and new. I love getting new glasses. Do you like getting new glasses? I love getting new glasses. I don't know. No, I say that, not that I go huge outside of the box with my eyewear, but I don't know. I just always feel like a new pair of glasses is a fun update. So I got a new pair of regular glasses and a new pair of sunglasses. So that was fun today to go pick them up. And, you pick them out and then like a couple weeks later, they call and let you know they're ready. And then I'm always like, oh gosh, what if now that they have the real lenses in them where I can actually see what I look like, what happens if I don't like them? But I put these on and I was like, yes, I love them. And of course, like, I don't know if you all feel this way. I was laughing with Kylie about it. So my eye doctor is where I get my glasses, and he has two offices. He's been my doctor longer than any doctor that I have. I love my eye doctor so much. And I met him when I was 25 and he was like 32 at the time. And so like we both have sort of, like grown up together. Like we're not that much apart in age, right? And so he's just the nicest man. And, his sons work with him now. And I know the whole stories of his family and he knows the story of my family. So when I go in for my appointment, it's like I'm going to hang out with a friend for a while. Like I laughed and said, you must have to put a little extra time in your book when you see that I have an appointment because we spent so much time talking. But anyway, so he's built this really lovely practice and they've always had really great eyewear. And that's really the only place I've ever bought my glasses from, has been from my doctor's office. So, of course, the last time I had an appointment a couple of weeks ago, I'm wandering around and I said to the doctor, I said, I'm going to go out and pick out some new glasses. It's been a couple of years and I think I'm just ready for something new. And I'm seeing all these trends and I don't really know if like the really big glasses with the really heavy rims is for me, but I'd like something a little more updated. So of course, like I walk out and, there's 7 different bays of glasses all around me. And I'm drawn to this one pair. And of course, probably the most expensive pair in all of these hundreds of glasses that they have. Don't you always feel that way? Like, boy, we have good taste. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to spend that. So I still put them in my tray because I thought the color was pretty. And then I put on a whole bunch of other ones. And the gal that I was working with was really great. So we're trying on different ones, trying on different ones. Oh, looks too much like what I already have. Oh, this, that, the other. And what's the pair I kept going back to? The first pair I saw that cost me the most money. But I figured, you all know I wear my glasses all the time. And I guess, and I only buy a new pair every couple of years. So I guess my cost per wear is less. And I get a little bit of a discount, which always helps. So these are the ones I ended up getting. So yeah, sometimes it's always that first choice. And then it's like, why is my first choice always the most expensive one? But I like them. So anyway, enough about the glasses. And then I'm kind of a little still more made up than I normally am for these Facebook Lives because I had a photo shoot today. If you didn't see my Facebook or Instagram pages today, I had a photo shoot this morning for a magazine. What? I can't tell you anything more than that. It's for a project for an issue that's coming out in the fall, and there will be an announcement around all of it and everything. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And I shared in my post today that I kind of was just sitting outside before I went in because for as long as I've been on television and as many times as I've had my picture taken as a result of working on television, I don't know, when things like this come up, I still sort of just wonder, like, am I really worthy of all of this? Like I do feel like I have imposter syndrome sometimes. And what I shared earlier was I'm not always sure that I feel like I deserve a seat at the table. But those of you who saw my post, you were very kind in your responses. So thank you very much. And I say that with complete humility. And I think it in many ways goes to the heart of what the Just Jill brand really is, yes, I've been very lucky to work on television and work with very famous or well-known people, but at the end of the day, I'm just a person. I'm just Jill, and believe me, I'm flawed. So I'm just human, really, and I still get overwhelmed sometimes when I don't know, accolades or whatever happen. So anyway, that's why I come to all of you because you're like my hug. You're all just this wonderful community. You're just always so supportive, and you share your enthusiasm for what we try to do here as a business. And you've all been so supportive of me. Some of you who follow me have been with me since I was a news anchor in Lafayette, Indiana, and that was a gazillion years ago. But you're still here, so thank you. Thanks for believing in me, and thank you for supporting me and coming back and just wanting to be here. That really, it really means a lot to me. So thank you. All right. So what else can we talk about? How about Christmas in July? Yay! So what are we going to do here tonight? So here's what we're going to do. We have some new things. We have some things that are sort of, back for the season. And what we thought we would do tonight is, because it's kind of this little smaller curated collection, here's my offer for all of you. If you buy more than one item of decor that we're going to talk about in the live stream tonight. So I mean, I have gingerbread trees, I have Santas, I have brand new cardinals and blue jays, I have snowmen, I have some Santa items, I have some really sweet little angel ornaments. If you buy more than one of the items that are in this live stream, and we have it linked with a link too that Kylie's going to put up. It's the same link that I put in the copy of this post. So you have to shop from those items. And there are some items in that link that I don't have samples of here. But if you buy any decor items from that link, which are linked to the items we're talking about tonight, if you buy more than one, we'll take 10% off your order of the decor. So, and that includes the shimmer trees. And I got to give you an update for the year on the shimmer trees. So like many things, we thought we brought in enough to take us through Christmas in July and then some, especially because we've had the shimmer trees at Just Jill now for 3.5 years. Um, we're down to threes and fours of the shimmer trees, and then they're gone. If I were to try to reorder them, I have to raise the price. We haven't raised the price on those shimmer trees in 3.5 years, y'all. So if you've had your eye on the shimmer trees and you get something else from the pieces I'm showing you tonight, you'll actually get 10% off the shimmer trees. And those suckers have only been on sale one time in 3.5 years. So that's kind of a nice offer. If love gingerbread houses and want to have both, buy both of them and get 10% off. If you love snowmen, we have that coming up. If you want to get both sets of our angel ornaments, get both sets of the angel ornaments. We'll take 10% off. So just to be clear, not trying to be a, lecturer here, but I know things can sometimes be confusing. This does not apply to everything in our home decor assortment. This applies only to the pieces that I'm presenting to you tonight, which you can also see by the link that I saw Kylie just put in the chat. And if you buy more than one item from that collection, you'll get 10% off your order. By the way, that includes our very popular musical nutcrackers. They're back. The gingerbread, the black and gold. There's even a new one. It's more expensive, but hey, you could save 10% off with a train in its hat. Stop it. My friend Charmaine, our Christmas connoisseur. If you haven't seen that, Charmaine, you should check that out. I know it's a splurge, but I just want you to make sure you see it. Okay, so any questions about that? If you have them, put them in that thing. And one other thing we are including, just as like a little special, I'm going to remind you about our soap rocks. So right now we're doing a special with soap rocks, and if you buy more than one set of soap rocks, you get 10% off the soap rocks order. Well, I told Bern, I'm like, let's just put the holiday soap rocks in our show tonight. And if you buy a set of soap rocks, and then let's say you want to buy our cute new crystal angel ornaments, like we'll do the 10% off both of those for you too. Okay, so for just our holiday soap rock sets, which I'll show you in a bit. All right, so why don't I just start with these cute new little ornaments that we've brought in and the little sit-abouts. So when we first launched Just Jill and brought in holiday collections, these ornaments were without a doubt one of our all-time best sellers and still are to this day. And many of you have these, and I love these so much. So they're these beautiful red cardinals. Hey, aren't they gorgeous? Beautiful red cardinals, set of 2. We could not keep them in stock. We've brought them back all the time, and they are fantastic. So these are beautiful. And when I first saw these in the showroom, I thought they were glass. And I kept looking at them like, are you sure they're not glass? Like I'm asking the rep. He's like, I think I know the products, Jill. They're not glass. They look like crystal, and they've been faceted. Can you see the way they facet it? And then look at the way the red glows. So again, it's not painted on. This is all like they color it the way they would color glass. These are actually faceted acrylic. And then I love the face. And then he's sitting on a branch of the same acrylic, and then they added this little shimmer, holly, greenery, and berries. Okay, so beautiful set of 2 back in stock for the season. We love them. We love them. They're so pretty in person. They glow on your tree with your Christmas lights. They're fantastic. And because these were so popular, this year, the same company that makes those actually created, because not everybody maybe decorates a tree, not everybody has room for it. Maybe you just don't celebrate Christmas, but you love the look of this winter red bird. They created these. So these don't hang. These are flat on the bottom. Look at them. And so now they can sit in your garlands. They can sit next to picture frames. You can nestle these next to your Just Jill holiday candle. So they're absolutely adorable. And I think as a gift, they're so sweet. Like, I definitely want to give one of these to my mom because she will tell you, I don't need anything. But she loves red birds because they remind her of her mom. My grandmother always had red birds everywhere. In fact, my cousin Debbie was visiting me last week. She's like a little sister to me. We're 6 years apart, and it was so nice to spend a couple days just the two of us together, like as adult women. Like we've never really done that before. We had a ball, like just laughing about so many different things, reliving so many memories from our childhood and our grandparents. It was just really lovely. But we were talking about how much our grandmother loved red birds, and we'd gone out shopping, and this little shop had all these red birds, and she's like, we should just name this the grandma section because our grandma loved red birds so much. So I love that these sit about. Mary said, I hang mine in my glass room and it's out all year. Oh, I love that, Mary. So you have yours that are hanging. Now here are two that can sit. Sweet little gifts, so pretty. I mean, I don't know. The ornaments are great in the tree, but I think being able to sit these out and about are just darling. Like, even if you still are going into work and have a little desk, wouldn't this be so cute on your desk? I love them. They make me happy. So these are super cute. Love the idea of displaying the cardinals next to a photo. Yeah, right? It's the perfect size too, Janice, don't you think? Just the perfect little size. I love the glow of those birds. I love the way they've accented it. They're just fantastic. So you can do the red cardinal ornaments. And I saw somebody, yeah, Jan, I saw you asking if they're heavy. Um, I mean, yeah, I would put it on a sturdy branch. I don't think they're overly heavy, but it is solid, right? It's not going to be light like a hollow glass ornament would be. It does have a little weight to it. So I would put it on a sturdy branch or one of your thicker branches, and put it on a branch for sure where it can move a little bit, because that's where you get almost that, um, Wizard of Oz Dorothy's ruby slicker glow to this beautiful cardinal. Okay, so cardinal ornaments, cardinal sit-abouts. If you bought the ornament and the sit-abouts, remember you can take 10% off that order. If you're somebody who loves just birds, period, guess what? We also have the bluebird. And so the bluebird, oh, isn't he magnificent? Is this gorgeous, kind of a combination almost of like topaz and blue sapphire when he moves around. Do you see that? Isn't that beautiful? And then he has these a little sorry about that. A little green leaf that's done with the acrylic, and then just a little mini branch with some little red berries. And what's interesting is that in this particular design, this particular item, you can have it hang. And if you wanted to just snip this off the back, you're still going to have the little ring. But if you didn't want to hang it, he actually has a flat bottom so he could sit too. So he's kind of a two-in-one, where the cardinal, they had to sort of redesign it because the cardinal ornament is on that branch. And so when they took the branch away, then they could make it sit. But with the branch underneath it, it couldn't sit by itself. The bluebird, they did just a little bit different, but he's really cute too, really pretty. And when you hang them in the tree, we did a video around that last year. I need to dig that out and rerun that for everybody. But when you have them both hanging in your trees, just the way they capture the light and glow, super pretty. All right, so cardinals as ornaments, bluebirds as ornaments, cardinals sitting on your shoulder as a little sit about. Okay, so there's those. Now, from the same company who did those for us, I also brought in these really pretty iridescent snowflakes. And I like the size of these. You can see my hand, so really nice size. The snowflakes are slightly different in the way they are sort of outlined, and then even the way they do the middle, isn't that pretty? And they have this iridescence to them that you can see, that when that's on your tree is gonna just capture the light beautifully. And I think, whether you put these on a flocked tree, you put them on a green tree, maybe you're doing the blue spruce, whether you do multicolor or you do white lights, it's just, and I like, it's just so pretty. And I like how these fill, sometimes in the branches you have like those open pockets, right? So where's the big ornament? And you can stick a big ball ornament in there. I do that too. But I don't know, when I can find a way to have something hang and create some reflection, I don't know, that brings out the magic of your Christmas tree. So we did the set of 2 snowflakes. All right. So if you like those, they're quite lovely. And then finally, brand new. So we've been wanting to bring in, and this particular company that does all of these little acrylic pieces, they do all kinds of different angels. And I have to tell you, Bernadette can tell you, like, and she would probably roll her eyes at me while she's telling you this. I stared at that wall of angel ornaments longer than anybody should be looking at angel ornaments. I mean, and I'm just picky, I guess. It was like, oh, I don't like the way that looks. Oh, I got to buy all 3 of these. Well, I don't like that style. Oh, no, no. They'd bring out another one. Like, it was like, no. And then I kept going back to these little angels. And so finally, we decided this is the set. And so it's a choice of, aren't they cute? So each angel is going to be different, and we've grouped them in sets of 2. So you have this faceted head. You can see the clarity of her dress. This duo is called the wreath and the heart. Do you see she's holding just this cute little heart? And then they've tipped the wings in gold. All right. So there's a lot of work. These are made essentially the same way if they were made from blown glass when they're doing the acrylic, putting the pieces together, putting the hands, putting the wings, dipping the wings, adding the embellishments. It has just this little shimmer wreath, the little sprig of pink and gold, and then a little greenery around the neck, and then that sweet little gold heart. And then for the wreath, there's the cute little wreath. You can see it up close, the shimmery wreath with the different shades of pink and gold. So that's one set, wreath and heart. And then the second set is, did I do that right? Yeah. The second set are these 2, and we call this sprig and floral in these 2. So remember too, in case you're new to shopping with us, the price that you see on our items, that includes your shipping and handling. So, again, as a sweet little gift, I think, these can also, you could clip this off the top, and if you just wanted it to be a sit about, it could absolutely work. You get the 2 of these, or you get the 2 of these. So it's floral and sprig, or heart and wreath are your choices. Okay, I got those right, Kylie? Heart and wreath, is that right? And sprig and floral, yeah. So that's going to be your choice there. And you can see just, how pretty they are and how nicely they'll hang in your tree. And again, put it near one of your lights on your tree so that light can kind of glow through and reflect off of these sweet little angels. And again, just really beautiful quality acrylic. That's what I like about this company so much, is they really give you that glass look, but in something that is going to be much more durable over the long haul. So sweet little angels, if you wanted to buy both sets, you could do that. And because they're part of our show tonight, you'll get 10% off your order of those 2. All right. So that's the ornaments. Any questions about anything for those? They are so sweet. And they're small and petite. I think we call them the teeny weeny angels. I don't know why. The little teeny angels. I would say they're probably about, I don't know, 2 inches, 3 inches tall. So they're small. I just want to make sure you realize that. I don't want you to be thinking you're getting an angel this big. It's a small, petite angel, but they're really, really sweet. I hope you love them. All right, so that's our ornaments for tonight. And by the way, just one more thing to think about. Look how pretty. I'm going to take one of the floral sprig ones. Like if these are kind of hanging next to each other, look how pretty those are. Because this sort of has the pinks and greens and picks up the pinks and greens in the angel. So wouldn't that be pretty on your tree? Love that. Okay. That's a wrap for ornaments. If you have any questions or want me to show those to you again, I will. Let's move into a little bit of a Santa story, which I think then will take us into our snowmen. All right. So Santas. We brought back this beautiful figurine. So this company I love that we work with. This is Regency. They do beautiful designs. Regency does a lot for Valerie Parhill on QVC. So this is a vendor that used to do a lot for Your Home with Jill when I would, create collections. And so I've worked with Rich and his company for a very long time. I trust this company for their quality, and they really do beautiful carving work, which is what leads you to this kind of a face. And not just this beautiful Santa face, but look at how they're able to execute all of the beard. And then on this particular piece, he has this wonderful knapsack filled with all kinds of, even a little gold shimmer tree. There's a teddy bear in there, some books, toys, and you have Santa climbing down into this snow-capped chimney. So it's not an overly huge piece. Kylie can put the dimensions in the chat for you on this one. So it's not going to take up a ton of room, but I think, on a mantle with your stockings, maybe you work this in with some of the garlands that you love. If you do a lot of winter wonderland, lots of whites, that's what you prefer. You love things that are frosted. You love things that are flocked. This is going to be a beautiful item to mix in. And I think, Santas there's a fantasy around them. There's a whimsy around them, right? There's this childhood magic with Santas. But I think somehow with the white here and doing this in kind of all of these winter and cream whites, it's a little more sophisticated. So a really, really beautiful, beautiful item, and just a really nice piece to have. So if you love Santas, collect Santas, or are looking for maybe one of those, more of a statuary piece to mix in with height and presence with some of the other things that you're doing and you're decorating, look at this one because it was a favorite last year, and I was, happy to have you see it again this season. And it also, don't be afraid to mix it with things, because we're going to talk about these cute little trees, but there's no reason why you couldn't create a little whimsy around this particular Santa with gingerbread. But then you could also maybe pick up this Santa and then put it with our silver shimmer trees, which is beautiful, or green shimmer trees if you wanted to, or the champagne or the white. I'm not even sure if we have any left, but go check it out at Just Jill Shop. And if you did this Santa and a set of shimmer trees, you're going to get 10% off both of those. So that could be a nice way to do a pretty new display. Put it on a tray in the middle of your table or your island. You can always add some, we'll have plenty of picks and all those kinds of things coming later in the season, but we can zhuzh it up for you if you'd like. But if you want a really beautiful Santa, he's fabulous. Oh, Carol says that she has him and he's gorgeous. I know. It's one of those, don't you think, Carol? Like, you have to see it in person, because I can hold it up here close, as often as I can. But when you see it in person, and I just think the scale is so nice too. I love it. All right, so there is your white Santa, and that sort of winter vibe. Another Santa we have for you actually comes with a snowman. This was one of my favorite items from last season. So I'm excited. If you missed it last year, or if you're like, oh, wait, I remember those. I have to tell you, when we first presented these, I thought it was a choice of for the price. And then my team let me know, Jill, you get both of them. So if you want to create that happy, cute, whimsy of a Christmas motif, especially around your kitchen, these are these oversized, what look like gingerbread cookies. Now, I love pieces like this because look how slim it is, right? So it's a, inch and a half or so front to back, maybe two. Um, yeah, not it's 1.5 to 2 inches front to back. So you don't have to have a super deep mantle. You don't have to have a deep shelf. You don't have to worry about it taking a lot of room up in your kitchen because you can push it up against your backsplash and still have the look of this big Santa cookie. Look how they did this. So every piece here has to be cut out of that decorative clay. Look how they did his beard. All of these are all cut out and then put together, just like a baker would create a beautiful piece for the holiday season. So there is Santa, has a little bit of shimmer on it, you can see, but it's not overly glittery. And here's the other thing I'll tell you. I'm glad you like things, Roberta. Thanks. Um, the other thing I'll tell you is when these arrive, just give it a little, dust off, because what happens is they've been packed and they're jostled about. And when you get it at home and you unpack it, that jostling jostled perhaps some of the glitter. And if you don't shake it off before you put it out and then you plop it down on your table, yeah, you might have glitter there. And then you're going to think, oh, this is a mess. If you just give it a little dusting, and I would say that for any item that you buy that has any kind of shimmer or glitter, just give it a little dust off before you bring it inside, or just do it over your trash can, whatever. You shouldn't have much of a problem. And I would definitely say that for this particular item. So there is the Santa, but here's the cool thing. You get him and you get him. So this is out for the Christmas season. He's packed away, but looks what's staying out for winter. So you have this cute snowman in red, white, and green. Look at the little peppermint swirl in his hat, the little holly berry, the carrot on the nose. Look how they did the scarf and created that texture on his little jacket. So you get both of them. Really nice size. That one is nice and narrow too. Again, probably 2 inches front to back. So easy to push up against a wall. They're not finished on the back, as you can see, just on the front, and just adorable. I think if you really take a look at how you're putting together your holiday collections, and a good way to do this is to take a picture and then look at the picture, because sometimes your eye sees it differently in a photo than when you're around it all of the time. And that's when you might notice, oh, everything in my picture is the exact same height. I want it to look a little more designed. Or you might realize, wow, I really have a lot of tiny things in there. I need something to sort of anchor it to the side. You might find, gosh, I have a really beautiful mantle and I'm using pieces that are too small. So take that photo when you set your things up, because it will reveal more than just trying to look at it in person with your naked eye. I do that with clothing a lot too, by the way, just a little tip. Like sometimes if I'm like, I just wonder how this really looks, I'll kind of have somebody just, can you just take a picture of me real quick in this outfit? Or I'll try to take a selfie and then I'll look at it and I'll be like, I think I really do need a different earring, or I think a scarf would look better than the necklace that I put with it. It's funny how your eye through the camera can reveal something different than when you're just looking at it in yourself. So that's my tip for you. Anyway, so if you like this set of two, you get both of them. You get the snowman and you get Santa's. Kylie, what's the height on these guys? They're pretty big. Like I want to say maybe 10 inches. It might be 12, right? They're 12 inches tall. They're a foot tall. So again, really nice size. Look at this. Even if I put this back behind here, actually, that looks super cute, doesn't it? Look, you can see them. So that's what I mean. So I've got the little peppermint house here. This is available, lights up, has a timer. I've nestled it with some gingerbread pieces, which we'll talk about, but then we've put it in with some shimmer trees, and look how pretty that is. Like, by having that in the back, because it's taller than everything else and it's slim, so it's not bulky, it's not adding heft, it's just adding interest. So we could easily put our Santa back over here with our little display that we have. Can you see that? What we did. So look what you could create. Like, this could be at your house if you wanted to. There's a reason why we have a coffee cake out here. So green shimmer trees and one of our battery operated little gingerbread houses and our Santa, silver shimmer trees, the snowman, and then the cute little peppermint house. Look how cute that is. So if you wanted to pick up any of those items, remember, you're already getting a set of 2 with the Santa and the snowman. Pick up a set of shimmer trees or pick up one of our gingerbread houses and you'll save 10% on that whole order. Okay, so I think that's kind of cute and fun. Let me show you the 2 houses real quick. I know we don't have a lot of these, but I love these so much. And some of them can get to be quite pricey. So we work really hard to try to bring you the ones that have the best detail for the best price. Kylie, can you just tell me, what do we call this one?
We just changed the name.
Yeah, can you just tell me the name of the 2 of them? Because I always forget them.
Peppermint House Sprinkles.
Peppermint House with Sprinkles, yep. And then what do we call this one?
Illuminated Gingerbread and Peppermint House.
This is the Illuminated Gingerbread and Peppermint House. It's a little bit bigger than the other, but I want you to see the detail on both. Now listen, this is where I would spend my money because I love these things. I think they're so stinking cute. So if I were you, I'd buy both of these and you get 10% off that order because there's a lot of detail here and you don't always see this kind of detail on these houses. So look what they did for the roof. It looks like a ice cream cone. Then they have all these little kisses of little mini peppermint candies. And then look how they did the frosting. And then there's a wreath. And then there's more peppermint candies, like peppermint swirl sticks on each side. Look at the cute little gingerbread person. Then we have a little tree, a frosting tree. Look at the door. Look at the door knobs. And then look how they've done the windows. And it glows all the way. Look how they dripped the icing all the way around. Okay? So that is your gingerbread house with the peppermint candies. And then if you want the peppermint sprinkle house, it's a bit smaller, but it's more like that chalet kind of a look. They created 2 candy canes to make a heart. Look how they have the broken up pieces. This looks like chocolate wafers for the little chimney. Look at the front door. Look at the snowman. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Look at that snowman. Cute little piped icing around the windows, the door. Look at the little doormat. Little topiary tree on the side. And then those sort of little chalet details. Look how they did the red and white candies for like the posts around the house. All right, so you can choose which one of these you love or get both of them and save 10%. And then let's say you get those. Okay, so we already showed you how cute it is. Oops, this was over here, wasn't it? With our big cookies. But if you wanted to do something smaller here for your budget, get these. You get 3 of them. And they are adorable when you put them next to these little houses. Okay? Yes, the houses are battery operated and they work on timers. 6-hour timer. So you'll get a set of 3 of these trees. And the trees, just so you know, are all the same. Just, again, super slim, so easy to decorate with. Don't need a big ledge. Don't need a big shelf. Don't need to take up a lot of room on a countertop somewhere. Little backsplash. Maybe you have a little butler's pantry or you have a little sort of bar area, that you like to decorate at your coffee station. I love these because, yes, you could do a forest of 3, but you could also spread these around other places. But with the houses, a must in my book. Like, don't those look great together? And remember, you're going to get 3 trees. So you could do the 3 trees and a house. If not this house, put that over there so you can see how cute. Look, that's really cute. And if you wanted to put that tree here, you could do that as well. All right, so set of 3 trees. And so many of you have gingerbread stuff. So these trees are good. Get all 3 of them. And I like them because, yes, they look like a cookie, but I like how they have the snowflakes on them because they're kind of more wintry that way, don't you think? So you could even put them with like a little wintry scene with, oh, I don't know, cute little snowmen if you wanted to, and then leave that out a little bit longer in the season. And I'll talk about those in just a moment. All right, then, but wait, there's more. Another super cute little addition to our gingerbread world is this little gnome. He's taken a bite out of the little pastry. Can you see his face? It's kind of hidden there, but there it is underneath. He's carrying this platter with the little holly and berry motif going all the way around. Look at how beautifully that's decorated. Okay, so pinwheels of frosting or whipped cream topped with cherries, the perfect bundt pan, of course. His outfit is all decorated in that kind of gingerbread look. So this will work great back to the gingerbread houses that I showed you. This works if you have our gingerbread Santa and Mrs. Claus from years past, even our buyer's choice versions that we've done, or if you just want something cute for your kitchen, you don't want to put a lot of investment and time into it, I would do this guy and your set of 3 trees. And if you have a cake plate, I would decorate it on there. You're done. That's all you would need to do. And it would be adorable. So a fun little, again, another easy duo that you could put together, save 10% on your order because we're featuring them in our show. All right, so there's that guy. Hello. All right, what else do I have to show you? Let's talk snowmen real quick. How's everybody doing? We doing good? Everybody good? All right, remember, shipping and handling included with all of your orders. I see Mary asking about the Christmas mice. We placed an order for them, Mary, and we found out they can't deliver. So we will not have the Christmas mice this year. I'm sorry. All right, let's talk about a couple of the snowmen that we have for you. Then I'm going to talk about soap rocks and remind you about my grandma's. All right. All right. So snowmen. So many of you collect them. And I love that because that means you love to decorate beyond Christmas because you can put out your snow people really with all of your Christmas things. So maybe for you that starts in November, but when you've packed up then the tree, the ornaments, the stockings, and all of those things, you can leave your snow people out January, February, some of you well into March. So a couple collections that we have for you. All right, so here's our first set, and this is our set of 3, what I call the minis. These are our little mini snow people. You get all 3 of them. They're so cute. All right, so super cute. Kylie, did you end up taking home the Ruffle Hurricanes? You did, because I was thinking these are super cute on those. Do you want to go grab? Would you mind? Is it easy to get them?
They're in the trunk of my car.
All right, don't worry about it. We'll do that another time. All right, so you get all 3 snow people, and all 3 of them are different. And these have a really nice weight to them. They're like a solid resin, which is really nice. So snow person number 1, really, and Kylie, what's the height on these? About 4 inches, 3 inches? Can you find out for me? Thank you. Okay, so number 1, felt hat, black, 3 3/4. I was close, right? 3 3/4. Black felt hat with a little red trim. Super cute little face. Has the little arms, okay, the little twig arms. This one has like a little kind of necktie of pine cones and greenery, and then that same pine cone and greenery. Can you see it up close? Look how nicely they've done the artwork there. All right, so that's your snow person number 1. Snow person number 2, so cute, has the twig arms, a little wreath with 3 little red berries, and a red cardinal stopping by to visit, And then that same look of the sort of scarf or wrap, a necklace, I guess, of greenery and pine cones, and then the greenery and pine cone detail. And I want you to see like that's not flat painted on, it's raised. It was carved into the actual sculpt of the snow person. And then finally, the last has the most detail, I think, really. Super cute. Has a red fleece hat with some greenery and like the look of a little pine cone. You can see the sort of twig arms holding up this little burlap flag that says joy, and then that same raised pine cone motif, that sweet little smile and face. Flat on the bottom, so they sit perfectly. They are really cute to use outside of your gingerbread houses. So if you wanted to create a cute little forest of trees and snow people, you absolutely could. They are a nice size, so if you don't have a lot of room, like there's no more room, there's always room. Stick with me, we'll find room. But you can always find like just even a cute little Christmas saucer, right? And then maybe sprinkle some of that fake snow, put your little snow people there, a couple of our Just Jill flameless votives. Adorable. Didn't take up much room, but really gives you that feeling of the season. I love cake plates. I use them all the time for decorating. They give you height. They give you a nice platform for decorating. These would be super cute, maybe on your mantle, right in front of each of your stockings that are hung, or you cluster them all together. If you have the vintage light up Christmas trees, these are going to look darling. So they're just a fun winter look, and I love the size because sometimes I know, listen, I love the big, but look how charming it is when you also have some of those pieces of the small. So those are sort of our smaller set of our set of 3 snow people. And then another set that we have, and this is one of my favorites because I love this company that we work with for these. These are our friends at Roman, and they do, I think, some of the best snowmen that we offer. So this is our set of 2 snow people. And these are also, I think, great for the gardener, for the garden lover, or those of you who, again, hold cardinals close to your heart. This is deer. So you have this sweet, dapper snowman. He's in kind of like, it looks like a dark brown hat with a trim of red. He's holding like this sweet cardinal. He has this wonderful double wrapped white scarf. Look at the detail on his vest. Again, not painted flat. Can you see how that's raised? So when they did the actual sculpt and carving of the original, that pattern had to all be carved into the original material that became the mold for these. Then they're unmolded, and then they all have to be painted by hand. So that artistry I find such value in. Here is the cute little birdhouse. So here's his little friend, and there's the birdhouse to keep the birdie warm. And then, of course, here's the other snow person. I think this looks like it's a girl, snow woman. She's holding the lantern. Then you have this beautiful wreath. Kathy likes the other group with the pine cones and the greens. Yeah, that's very nice. This you'll really see, because I think her vest, she's not covering up. She's not as covered up, and it's a little bit longer coming all the way around. Even the texture and the fur, do you see that? Like those details are incredible. Look at the face. Look at the silhouette of the way they did the nose and the way that carrot just curves up. So lantern in one hand, and then this wreath in the other, this red hat, the way, again, the sculpt makes it looks like it has movement to it, and you get both of them. They're flat on the bottom, so they sit really nicely. If you have our white shimmer trees, this pair would be great with that. This pair also looks great even with the dark green, because I think even though the greens aren't the same, I like how this green pulls out this softer green. I guess I would call it a sage green, but then you also have the richer green there of the wreath. And I just think this shimmery green behind the snow couple is really beautiful. So again, get the green shimmer trees, get this snowman duo, this snow couple, and you save 10% off the both items, which I think is nice. Jan said, I was hoping you would show this set of snow people. I bought them last year and absolutely love them. Oh, I'm so glad, Jan. I love them too. And you know, here's what else I love. This might seem like a dumb thing, but I think a lot of times when you see the way snow couples, snow men, snow women, whatever, are done, they always could look a little rustic. And I feel like this snow couple is a little more refined. Like the body is smooth, the details are smooth. Like it's just a little, they're just a little fancier. These are the highbrow snow couple, the Downton Abbey snow couple. They just, I don't know, they just, it looks, I don't know, maybe it makes them look a little more expensive. I don't know. They just, it looks a little more refined to me in their details. So think about nestling those in because they will be an adorable addition to your winter wonderland assortment. And even if you wanted to look at them even with the silver. And frankly, like how cute to tie in these reds and greens. Maybe that's what you do. Maybe you get the little smaller snow people and then the couple I just showed you, and then mix that all in. That all works too. Nice. Nice. All right. It's almost like we planned it. It's almost like when we bought these items, somebody was thinking about how they could coordinate. Bernadette was. I just go crazy. Oh, look, here's one of our little votives. Remember I was saying how you could put those snow people. I was trying to think if I had a Christmas plate somewhere in my cabinets, but I don't think we do we, Kylie? Oh, wait. What is that? It's a platter. Okay, wait, stand by. That's how I keep things. This is called Just Jill Central, where we keep all of our props. But look what I have. Okay, wait. I promise this wasn't staged. So this is my Christmas china. And I love it. But remember how I was saying, like, you could like display things? So look how beautiful. If you put those on there, again, get some of that fake snow and put it around, leave the green and berry, how pretty. And then if you have the little faux tea lights, you could nestle those in there too. Cute, right? Play, shop your house. You have things. I know you do. I probably sold them to you 20 years ago on QVC. We all have stuff, I know. But again, find those plates. Or if you like that idea, here's what you do. Go to Goodwill. Go to Goodwill and walk their aisles, and you'll find a pretty plate for $1. That's how you do it. And if you use it just this season, because that's how you decorated a room, and next year you decide that you're going to decorate differently, you're out $1. You didn't go, spend $25 at Home Goods, and then you feel guilty because you only used it one season. So that's my tip for you. When you can go to those thrift stores, walk and do a yard sale. You never know what you might find. And little platters, simple plates, just one, can really create something pretty. Kylie can tell you, we do go to Home Goods to buy things for when we're propping and styling and doing photographs. I don't buy sets of dishes. I buy one, maybe two, maybe two. We buy one pretty plate, and then we style around it. And then at the end of the season, if I don't use it anymore, when we're cleaning out samples and I'm donating things, I'm not heartbroken over the $4.99 I spent on that plate, right? As opposed to if I bought a whole set. So just think smart that way. You all know what to do. But it can give you more options when you decide to decorate season after season. Sometimes it's just what you're putting your items on that almost breathes new life into the designs. So for those items you do splurge on and you know you're going to have for a long time, think about how you can make it look different this year with maybe just the addition of a new plate or a new runner or something like that. All right. Couple more things I'm going to show you. This was one of my favorite items. I love this so much. And again, this we're going rustic here. But here's what I want you to think about. Again, I keep you all in mind when I'm picking out items. If it's too clunky, if it's too big and bulky, listen, for people who are lucky enough to have big, huge custom homes or, big old barn, wood mantles, great. But I'm not sure if that's the majority of people. Majority of people probably have fairly standard size shelving or ledges or mantles. So I try to keep that width in mind. But I love this because I don't know. I think when a silhouette of Santa and reindeer is done right, there's something about it I just love. It reminds me of what I would have found in an old craft store or a wood shop, or it looks very artisan made to me. So this again, the metal piece here, it's a little rusted. It's supposed to be like that. The wood is very nice. Just so you know, when this comes to you, this piece will be out and then you just stick it into place. I'm pretty sure that's this one. Maybe this one isn't. Maybe it comes like this. Oh, you know what? This one does come like this. We saw another one where you had to put it in place. This one's already there. So it'll be wrapped beautifully for you. You unwrap it, you put it on your mantle, done. If you have our Norfolk pine garland, this could be very pretty with that. If you like more of a rustic woodland look, this is going to be a great item for you. This is sort of that winter woodland style. This is that winter frost style. So, that's for those of you who live in a lodge home, you have a mountain cabin, but it's a really nice basic that you could do things behind. So if you wanted to add some trees, I don't know if the shimmer trees work with this because this is a little rustic, but maybe you have some bottle brush trees that would look really nice with this. Maybe this is something that you want to sort of just have it be the only piece. This could go down the center of your table with small tea lights on each side of it because it's easy to pass the food over. It's not crazy, in height. It's very easy to manage. Maybe you have a little ledge going around your kitchen, even up around the top of your cabinets. I used to love that in my townhome I lived in. It was the first house I ever bought, and I loved that I had room in the soffit up above the cabinets to put like cool pieces of pottery, and that was kind of what I had year round. But during the holidays, I was climbing up there and I was wrapping packages and putting those up there and decorating. And maybe this is something that can work up above where you could see it in that area up above where your cabinets are. This is a little thing. Okay, this might sound crazy, but I know a lot of you decorate your powder rooms and things for the holidays. This can sit on the back of the commode and, just be an easy decorative piece, right? This is something that could sit in that little opening where you have your mud room. This can sit on top of the refrigerator. So it's a great piece. You can see the detail there, the profile of Santa, the profile of the sleigh. Love the reindeer. And then, when you look at it there, look how slim it is, right? It's pretty amazing, but really beautiful detail work, all right? And it's finished on both sides, yes. So it can go either direction. It can go this way, or it can go this way, all right? That's a really nice piece. And by the way, they did put some like rubberized little pieces there, so it won't damage anything on your surfaces. So I think that's nice too, all right? Okay, wow. Last two things we're going to talk about real quickly. We have, so everything I showed you, the cardinal ornaments, angel ornaments, gingerbread trees, any of the gingerbread houses, shimmer trees, Santas, anything of decor that we showed you tonight in this show with the link that, again, Kylie can put up in the chat or that is part of this post. Anything and that's featured there. If you buy more than one of those items, 10% off your order. And as you can see, we put a lot of thought into what we put in the show because there are things that you would naturally want to put together. So just a little extra savings for you. We're throwing into that mix, even though they're not decor, our holiday soap rock sets. And this is the set that we've done forever. It's our limited edition set. You're going to get the red, the green, and the milk and honey, which is this gold in quartz. So it's a deeper cranberry red, like a garnet, a green garnet, and then this pretty golden quartz. So if you wanted to buy a set of soap rocks and one of the decor items in the show, 10% off your order. The other soap rock set that we're doing this year for holiday is sort of our precious gems set. And so it gives you a ruby, an emerald, and the emerald has a pine scent to it. So for holiday, it's lovely. And then a blue sapphire. And let me just show you. So here's the red ruby compared to the garnet. So you can just see the difference. It's definitely brighter, but they both have a little bit of that cranberry scent to them, which I love. The green, here's the green emerald. Here's the green sapphire. So again, just so you can kind of see the color difference in the two. All right. Smells so good. And then your blue sapphire is your holiday blue sapphire is just gorgeous. Smells so good. If you don't know what soap rocks are, if you're like, why is she sitting there and smelling and holding these rocks? This is soap. These are made in Oneonta, New York, made in the USA. They are the creation of an artist and scientist by the name of Todd Pink. Todd is somebody who loved studying rocks. He's a geologist and also this creative. And he came up with this way to make soaps pretty by using things that and making them look like things that he loved, which were rocks. These are vegetable glycerin based. They contain essential oils and natural ingredients like jojoba, calendula, comfrey, aloe vera, super hydrating to the skin. Each one is individually wrapped with the name of the stone on it. When you wet these, they will lather up and give you the most dense, creamy lather. And they're beauty bars. So yes, they're, first of all, a phenomenal gift, but they also can be used for total body cleansing. They give you the thickest lather for shaving for men and women. They can take off your makeup without stripping your skin. They're just phenomenal, and people love them and collect them. I'm so proud to carry them. It's one of the best brands out there. I've been buying soap rocks for over 25 years. I bought them personally from a gift shop here in the Philadelphia area, then took them to the buyers at QVC where they were sold for many, many years. And when I started the Just Jill shop and was looking for vendors to include, it took us about a year to figure out how to work together, get our systems together. But I'm so proud to carry this brand because it's a brand I will stand behind left, right, and center. They're some of the best soaps, products, integrity that I know. So holiday set, rubies, emeralds, and sapphires, or what we call our limited edition set, which is garnet, green garnet, and the golden quartz, which is a very lovely milk and honey scent. All right. So if you want to just buy soap rocks, we have other soap rock sets over at Just Jill Shop. All of our soap rocks right now are buy more than one set, take 10% off. But if you want to include a set of soap rocks with decor tonight, do one decor, one soap rocks, 10% off. We'll do that for you. And then last but not least, speaking of cake plates, I'm also another brand that I love and have been buying personally for almost 30 years. My grandma's coffee cakes from New England, the best coffee cake you will ever eat. Why is it so good? Because it's real ingredients, no trans fats, no preservatives, real cultured sour cream, Mariani walnuts from California, real bourbon vanilla from Madagascar. I mean, the real deal. What we carry at Just Jill Yes, I know you have it in your grocery store. You have it in a small grocery store size. What we carry at Just Jill, this cake weighs over 3 pounds. It's a 3.1 pound cake. It could give you up to 26 slices. We carry it all day long. You order it from us all year long. It's $49. Your shipping and handling is included there. These aren't even baked yet because my grandma's doesn't have our orders. So they bake them fresh. They send them. They will stay out on your countertop for a week. If you get it at home, put it in your freezer, leave it in the box, leave it in the wrapping, put it in your freezer. It can stay in your freezer without any freshness or taste loss for up to a year. They're always $49. They're now 44. So now is when I would say to you for the rest of summer, okay, this one's the pineapple coconut. It was my grandfather's favorite. So real coconut, real chunks of pineapple worked all the way through. We have versions that don't have any nuts. We have versions that have nuts. We have versions that have chocolate. We have versions that are all chocolate. So, just off the top of my head, the classic is the cinnamon that doesn't have nuts. There is the cinnamon walnut, my personal favorite. My other favorite is the blueberry. I love the blueberry. I love the blueberry. I love the blueberry. It's so good. We have lemon poppy seed. There's banana walnut. There's chocolate chip walnut. There's Granny Smith apple. There is a New England cranberry walnut. There's a patriotic red, white, and blue, which is cranberries, blueberries. There is the Ted Williams cake, which is a sour cream chocolate cake with chocolate chips. You're welcome. And then, am I forgetting any flavors, Kylie? I feel like I got them. The pineapple coconut. I think we got them all. But go check out My Grandma's Coffee Cakes. It's a great bill to ship to. If you want to send one of these to somebody, do that. They're great for entertaining in the summer, especially the non-chocolate versions, because you don't have to worry about anything melting out in the hot sun. So if you're having a barbecue or having people stay with you, yes, they're great for breakfast, but I use this as a dessert cake too. It's easy to slice. People love it. If you want to go really gourmet, put it in like a French toast, kind of egg and milk and cinnamon, and then grill it up. Delicious. So many ways to use these, and on sale as part of our Christmas in July, $44. And again, that includes your shipping and handling for the largest cake they make, which is that 3.1 pound size. All right. That was a busy show. So here's what I need you to know. I'm so glad so many of you are still here. I'm going to do another Facebook Live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. If you miss it, you can watch the replay here on my Facebook page or, on YouTube. Jim Shore is joining me live. We have special items that Jim has signed just for the Just Jill audience. So Jim will be with me tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We have to do it at 5 because I'm on QVC tomorrow night with Jay Jewelry at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for 2 hours. So Jim Shore, Just Jill, 5 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Come on back. If you can't join us, don't worry. You can watch the replay. And then I'll be on QVC tomorrow night for 2 hours with Jay Jewelry. Lots of brand new in that show that I'm excited to share with you. So I have a busy week. I'm back on QVC on Friday in Fridays. I'm on QVC on Saturday morning with Leah for Saturday Morning Q for AM Style, excuse me. So I have a busy week, but I am excited. We have lots of great things, and I'm really excited to spend time with Jim Shore tomorrow. So see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for being here. And I think I'm going to cut myself a piece of cake, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Love y'all. See you soon. Bye.